Hello everyone, how's your day? Ame Gakita. Okay, today we are going to talk about a topic in regards about haters and anti of anime or manga or like games or whatever that is related, but more towards anime at this time of for today's topic. So I'm actually kind of like was talking off in my live stream last night, and I was actually pretty surprised to hear quite a few things because we were like discussing about why do people hate anime, why do people hate manga, all this thing, like, but mostly because people tend to watch anime more than manga, or so people maybe just hate anime as overall. But the thing is, right, the reason, like, I was discussing this along the line, like why people hate, it's like when you ask them for a reason why they hate anime, they will just give you the reason they just hate it. There is no reason, there is no nothing. And often more than not, like when I do all my random chat, when I talk about why they hate, I always give a reason. I'm not trying to defend them, but all the haters or antis, but it's more towards the point that I tend to give their side of the reason. I can come up with a reason for them for their justification of hatred or something that like cause them to angry or be mad at something. Let's say for example the assassination classroom. But the thing is, right, I was actually shocked to learn about this thing that happened in US. Apparently that they banned assassination classroom manga because they don't want students to think that it's okay to kill the teacher. Yeah, understandable, because the thing is like if that is the main reason, yeah, I can see why. But assassination classroom is like apparently people like when people, it's like the manga is more towards like a classroom yes, I mean like the classroom trying to kill the teacher who is trying to educate them. So yeah, I can see where it's coming from because that's how the story starts. But the thing is, right, apparently people just watch the first chapter or just the first story and didn't understand the full contents of the full story of Assassination Classroom, and people just kind of like, oh, this manga is promoting it's okay to kill your teacher. We're trying to teach you. When you actually look into the manga, it's actually kind of interesting that the teacher is actually an assassinator. Like he's a hitman, he's an assassin, and he used to assassinate people so much to the point that he got turned into a octopus looking alien thing, and that in order to kill him, that he made a deal with the so-called the whole world leader, and that he have to go and say that, oh, I will teach the class, and the class will also have to try to kill me, and only they can kill me, and if they fail to kill me, I win, but if they kill me, you win, something along the line. So as the story progresses, you start to realize the backstory of why the assassin got turned into a octopus looking alien. Again, due to conspiracy or theory or whatever, a lot of things along the line. But I recommend you guys take a look. If you don't like it, by all means, go ahead. I'm not stopping you from reading it or not. So it's actually interesting that when I was reading along the line, and I can see why people kind of like there is reason why that people might have a misunderstanding of the manga indicating, yeah, it's okay to kill your teacher, when in fact it's not. In real life, yeah, that is the very thing that you should not be doing. But the thing is, right, again, back to the thing I've been saying a lot lately, people can't differentiate that thin line, the line that differentiate reality and fiction. So I guess when they actually ban it, is they don't want the children to have the misconception. So yeah, I can see where that is coming. But at the same time, people just hate on it because they say, oh, it's promoting the thing that is the way it's supposed to be. Again, it's back to like I guess like they just hate it. It's like they want either they can't want a happy ending, or they feel like it's might be teaching the children the wrong way, even though the story is actually teaching people to learn to read behind the scene. It's like, wow, I'm actually amazed that people don't even look at the manga carefully or anime if you don't want to read the manga. But the one thing I'm actually very surprised that as I was reading it, I come across one website along the line called Why Weak Culture Will Never Infect Anime Industrial. So apparently this person actually kind of like explained the story about the Wake culture, which I was actually first to know, just recently. I mean, like, hey, you learn something new every single day. So the thing is, I'm actually pretty surprised about wake culture. Like, I guess it's come up from the word wake up, wanting people to wake up, understanding like maybe at the time that how this thing is happening in the world. But the thing is, right, this person right along the line and kind of explain why people might not like, and I can see the point. Like, people talk about anime, people don't like when the anime is not to the liking of their taste, or it's not to their preference, or it's not to their expectation. Yeah, I can see why people hate it. But again, this is back to the point where people just feel like along the line, like, yeah, if this one is not to my cup of tea, they're just gonna make noise. The thing is, right, in this world where social media is a thing, I know you guys gonna hate me for saying this, but if you guys agree with it, write in the comment below and let me know. I feel like personally to me, like, I know the skill is up there. I'm not trying to defend both ends, but even with the skill up there, my personal feel about people talking in social media is that they empower people to like kind of give like to think that whatever they say should rotate around them. It's a very iffy thing when they think that, oh, whatever I say, people should listen to me. The thing is, right, if the other party is really in the big wrong, yeah, then they should be very careful about what they say. But on the other hand, when you think about how people just go full Karen and just kind of like go talk about their own situation and think that whatever they say should like the words should rotate around them, and that whatever they say, one, everyone should follow him or her, and say two after that. No one just, it's like if anyone try to say anything bad, the person is just like, oh, I'm the king, you are gonna listen to me, we're gonna like all the rubbish start coming out. So it's actually kind of interesting that as I was reading this, like this person write the article of like work will never infect industrial, and I feel personally to me, I know the skill. I'm not trying to say everyone hate on anime is a bad thing. There are some anime that is very questionable and understandable when people voice their story up, and that if the story is really based off something that people might not like it, yeah, my advice is don't watch it, don't read it, don't touch it. That's all you can. Unless you want to smell it, then by all means go ahead, I'm not stopping you. But the thing is, right, it's actually interesting that how people just tend to use social media like X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and talk about it and bash on it, and it's really amazed me at the number of people who like those kind of content. Like, if you go and look at some of the contents, people talking about it, shitting on it, you go down and read the comments. Some people might defend the manga, anime, or whatever, but there are also quite a lot of people who hate on it, which actually is quite surprisingly. So yeah, I actually kind of was like amazed at how people talking about it. Yeah, I will put out this article for you guys to go and check out if you guys want to read more. But it's more towards the point like how people tend to use anime to justify the reason, and in a sense I can see why. Like even CBS, which I had no idea what kind of website is there, but considering that how people talking about it, yeah, I can see why people talking about like people bashing on it whatsoever. And I'm actually amazed at how people just kind of like think they are the king or the queen of the world. And yeah, I mean, like, I'm not trying to defend the haters or antis, or am I fall with them. It's sometimes when you come up with a reason for hate, like I talk about and in my video a lot, is that hate is a very powerful word. It's also a powerful feeling, a powerful things. But when you can't give a reason to justify your hate, then there is something that you might have to think carefully again. Like, let's say for example, if a people doesn't like anime, what's the best course of action? Don't watch it. People talk about it, just say it doesn't make me feel comfort talking about this, don't talk about it. But on the other hand, I mean, like, I've seen quite a lot of people like lately in Twitter, or people talking about like hate on anime or whatever. It's like when they actually justify with weird reasons, or didn't do a proper check in the industry of anime and manga. They just kind of like, they just come up with the reason that, all the manga are male, they're all horny bastards. I'm gonna dislike this, you guys should like this manga. When the manga is written by a female author, and then you'll be like, yeah, it happened before, and apparently it shocked some person in Twitter, and the person just delete the post and just think, what the hell he or she gonna do with their life. So the thing is, right, it's amazed me that people don't do a proper research on things they hate. Like whenever I do random chat, right, guys, I always come up with a topic first, then I will go and research on it, look into it, and sometimes come up with this interesting topic to list where people discuss about it. Like, I was actually pretty surprised at the number of like Reddit or people talking about it. Like, even for the assassinate classroom, it's like they believe this could increase school shooting, and I can see why. But school shooting is normal. Seriously, there are thousands of manga where violence is encouraged, but only this one is evil, because they don't know there are thousands of other manga out there. They only know about this particular one. Fair point. So the thing is, right, as the more you read, it's actually kind of interesting to see, like, sometimes people can't understand that it's not just manga. Like, I mean, like, if I let's use one thing as one of the reason. Let's say that they are using manga or anime to justify that violence is not a good thing. But America is the one who come up with GTA. America is also the one who come up with Call of Duty, Battlefield, all this shooting game that you guys allow young children to play. Dude, now are you gonna justify that anime should have the same treatment? I mean, like, it's back to the point where is video game evil for people. The thing is, right, it's really hard to justify things that is considered good or bad to be other people for people to either they like it or read it or play the games. But when you come up with a reason, you have to come up with a reason, like, why is it justified? Like, sometimes you might be surprised that the behind all those violent in whatever thing that you're doing or reading or whatever, let's say the manga, anime, or games, you'll be surprised that some of the things actually have a very strong bad story, and it may end up causing you to sympathy with either the main character or the character or whatever, and it's something that you may not realize that it to the point that you got drawn in, and then by the time you realize it that, but then when I will just tell you, that it's a fiction, right? It's not real, right? And you'll be like, no, this is real. It has to be real. Oh hell, shut up, for goodness sake. The thing is, right, back again to the thing is that when I seen quite a few people telling me that the reason with the hair, like, I very inclined to, I mean, I was actually watching Hills and Rev Say This about people hating on some artwork or some anime or whatever. I mean, like, even the reason one where about apparently, like, the Jujutsu got hatred because the person who got posts about along the line. I was actually looking I was watching the video, and I was like, that's interesting. I didn't know that was such a thing. So yeah, I will put I won't show it on here, but I'll link up the video up to Hirohit and Rev Say. I think both of them mentioned it along the line, but once I research that, I'll put that in the link description below so you guys can check it out later. But the thing is, right, it's really amazed me that people can just say why they hate. But on the other hand, it's not that we can't see why people hate on it. It's just that sometimes when people hate or give a justification for their hate, it's like they don't think right. Their mind is not tuning in the right way, and they just come up with reason that is so stupid, so ridiculous that they just proving their hate. So at the end of the day, I'm like, there's a little bit too much. I'm not saying like I can't see where they are coming from, but again, even if I say the scale is moving, right, it's like more moving against the haters anti, because if you come up with reason to hate for the main counterpart, many people actually tell you is just don't watch it. That's all you can need. That's all you need to do. But at the end of the day, whether people will listen or not, it's really hard. And considering the algorithm in any YouTube or as Twitter, Facebook or whatever, it's so hard that when they just keep on pushing forward to you, it's very hard to go not wanting to see this kind of content. So yeah, it's a little bit hard. So at the end of the day, people still end up watching it and people just hate on it. And personally, I would say that here's one of the reasons why I hardly use Twitter. I'm not saying that I use Twitter every single day. I at least 1 or 2 days I would stay away from Twitter. Like seriously, just stay away. And when I start posting a lot of stuff or use Twitter for the whole day, it's more towards like checking, doing research, see what kind of thing that I can use for my video, just in case to highlight my point, or at the same time maybe put up the skill and see the counter argument, all these like. So the thing is, right, at the end of the day, it's really amazing at how antis and haters of anime can come up with ridiculous idea or reason to hate on it. And it's like, even the article that I just show you guys, like why when like why the weight culture will not affect anime. I guess this one happened in 2022. So 3 years later, personally I would say that it had invade into the, like it had already invaded, like in a bad way. Like the number of people who hate on anime, at manga and games is increasing each time. And it's really ridiculous the more I read those kind of comment or posts where people talk about it. It's just crazy. But on the other hand, I can't say that I can't see where they are coming from. I mean, like, even when I talk about this, it's back to the point when people ask me like playing FPS game. I say I don't mind playing shooting game, all these things. But at the end of the day, do I say that it's good to play like even, let's say for example, let's say GTA, where you can go around, steal car, kill people, doing mass shooting. But the thing is, right, when it's just a game, but again, back to again the counter argument that I would say, people can't understand the thin line between reality and fiction. So it's really bad to the loop of circle where there is no way to understand, will the skill go against the antis or haters, or will it go against even to the people who like anime, manga and games. So it's, again, I would say that at the end of the day, the skill is balanced. It's always balanced. It's just that it depends on who come up with the most ridiculous reason that end up backfiring on them, having the backlash on them. So to me, I will stay neutral on all this. I can't say that I can't see why people hate on it. I read a lot of dark psychological mangas to the point that I knew how they might become popular. Even Attack on Titan, I was reading the manga way long before it became anime, and I was like, yeah, people are just gonna like it, and at the end of the day, you'll be like, when people are gonna hate on it because the ending just became even more darker. And oh, how well I predicted that. Same thing for Goblin Slayer. When I saw the manga, I was like, oh, this chapter number 1 is gonna, if it does become anime, this is gonna cause a lot of people hate on it though. And again, I was right on that. So a lot of things, like when you read a manga, the experience that you gain over the years of reading a lot of manga, it's like, yeah, you can see both sides of the coin. You can understand why people can hate on this or whatsoever. And the thing is, right, people who like it might not be able to see what the other side is looking, and the others, for haters and antis, they may not see what people who like about it. Which is the reason why sometimes when I come up with reason to justify both sides, it's really, really hard for me, you know. But again, at the end of the day, I'll have to ask you guys as a viewer, do you guys think is there a reason for the hate for anime, mangas and games, or it's just all coming out with people with coming out with stupid reason or ridiculous reason that you just can't get your head over it? So yeah, we'll discuss more on that maybe in the next video or in my live stream, and then we'll see how it goes. But If you do like this kind of content, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I don't follow a single trend, but I always talk about random stuff. But make sure to have a nice day or night.